What's up, YouTube? I'm back with a banger. You know what I'm saying? In this segment, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to obtain a CDL free of charge. You know what I'm saying? Not going in your pocket paying a dime. You hear me? So, let's get into it. This ain't come from no third party. This ain't come from another YouTube video tutorial or know-how. None of that. You hear me? This is my experience of how I did it. You hear me? So, I was dating a female back in 2016. And I'm not going to say any names or nothing like that. You hear me? And, but I started dating this female. She was 40. I was 24, so she was relatively older than me. And, you know, at that particular time, I was still in the streets. I was selling dope still, you know what I'm talking about? And, you know, I really was ready to really change my life and, you know what I'm saying, just elevate myself into a position where I felt like I could operate as a man, you know what I'm saying? And, we mess around and go to her family's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving time. I go to her family's for Thanksgiving, and her brother is there. And that's where he introduced me into this method of obtaining your CDLs free. He said, man, you don't know about going to the workforce. So I went to the local workforce here where I stay. And, you know, they provided a way that I could get my CDLs free of charge. And maybe they might have the same thing in your city, which I was in Tampa, you know what I'm saying, still stay there. And so I told them, listen, man, I appreciate it. You feel me? Because, I mean, you can get information from people, you know what I'm saying? And like the old saying is, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. So, man, listen, man. He told me where the watering hole was at. You know what I'm saying? I took myself to the watering hole. You know what I'm saying? And it was just that simple, man. So I went up to my local workforce. I did it that Monday. You know, Thanksgiving always fall on a Thursday. So, you know, everything closed until Monday. So I say, man, listen, Monday, I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I was serious. You know what I'm saying? I was serious about elevating my life. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to get out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the end results of being in the streets. You feel me? So, I end up taking in his advice, and I went ahead and went out there, man, see what they were talking about. And once I got there, man, it was these helpful individuals and, you know, these helpful ladies, and they gave me the game. So this is exactly what I did. I went down to the workforce. You go down to the workforce, okay? I told them that I was a felon, and it was hard for me to get a job because of my background or whatever, you know what I mean? And they was willing to help. Another way you could do this is obtain some type of benefits from the government. And as long as you can show that you're receiving any type of benefits, I don't care whether it's food stamps, you know what I'm saying, they accept it, you know what I mean? Any type of government assistance, they will help you. So it's a way to get yourself, dig yourself up out the trenches when you know what I'm saying, when you meet in the dirt, as we like to say, you know what I'm saying? And I would just like to say, if you guys don't have such, man, if I was you, man, you know, I would just go ahead and tell the, you know what I'm saying, the folks, man, look, man, I need some food stamps. And everybody know how, you know what I'm saying, our race of people do things, you know what I'm saying? We might have to fabricate, you know what I'm saying, some information, you know what I'm saying, just to get what we need to get, you know what I'm saying. And if you really serious about, you know, elevating your life and taking it to the next level, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to do such, you know what I'm saying, fabricate a little bit, get that food stamp form, take it to your local workforce and say, hey, I need some help, you know what I'm saying. So I end up doing just that, and they end up telling me, hey, we can help you. You know what I'm saying? So I go through the course of obstacles that they had me to go through, which was taking the test. You know what I'm saying? I took the test. I maybe passed everything except for the math quiz, which I had to take a couple times, but I didn't mind, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I was serious about changing my life, you know what I'm saying? I was just that determined and persistent on changing my life, you know what I'm saying? And I took the math quiz a couple times before I passed it. I end up passing it, and that's when the help began on the serious note. Then they asked me, hey, what you want to do? You know what I mean? Now, if you don't have your GED, they're going to help you get your GED before you obtain this, before they fund you or subsidize you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. They're going to make sure you at least have a GED or a high school equivalent. You know what I'm saying? A high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you got that in order. But if you don't, they will help you. You know what I'm saying? Once you get past that obstacle, and that's when the real help begin. They say, hey, you know, what you want to do? I say, man, I want a truck driver. I already had this in my mind. I had my mind made up. So kind of going there knowing what you want to do. It don't necessarily have to be for trucking, because they subsidize other careers also that you can possibly endeavor in, like welding, plumbing, you know what I'm saying, electrician schools, anything that you would like to do, you know what I'm saying. As long as their funding, their government funding coincides with that school, coincides with the school requirements, they would definitely subsidize you. You know what I'm saying? And so I told them, hey, I want to do trucking. So we go down the list, and they had a list of trucking schools that they subsidize, or that they monitor. They will help you basically fund you. You know what I'm saying? Help fund you on. And I told them I want to go to Roadmaster. Now, you know, Roadmaster got a lot of bad reviews. I was aware of that before 2016, which I think they're very overpriced, but ultimately it's a good school to start, to you know what I mean, even though they may be a little overpriced. And I'm not here to badmouth Roadmaster, because they are definitely a good school to get you rolling, you know what I'm saying, especially if it's for free, and they, you know what I'm saying, they gonna get you your L's. So that's exactly what I did, man. I chose Roadmaster, and man, they wrote me a check out for the whole $6,995. You know what I mean? And also, while I was in the program, they was also subsidizing my gas or my bus tickets, whatever I had to do. They give you $200 a month, so you can obtain you know, your bus pass, your monthly bus pass, if you need to do so, or, you know, grab some gas with $200, which was something cool. You know what I'm saying? I was digging that, you feel me? So, you know, everything was good. You know what I'm saying? And once I graduated, they gave me $200 additional $200 for gas again. They gave me another $200 for uniforms, and they gave me another $200 for graduating their class, on top of writing the check out for the $6,995. So that was something cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga from the trenches. You feel me? So, man, everything just seemed over because I was so determined. I didn't tell them no. So I started that and did that. I graduated from their program, and now it's time to go to Roadmaster. Roadmaster, I encounter another obstacle. They're saying, man, listen, we can't find you no job due to your criminal background. I say, man, what you mean? They're like, man, listen, you gonna need a letter of recommendation. You know what I'm talking about? In order for us to push through this, this job request that you done, you know what I'm saying, that you done attained. So I say, man, I say, okay, say no more. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I already know in my mind what I'm gonna do. I say to myself, man, look, man, I'm not taking no for an answer. And I was just that determined. I was just that persistent. I'm not sure if you guys got that dog in you, got that fight in you. But if you really want to change your life for the better, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't take no for an answer, man. You know what I'm saying? Even when the obstacle do come, you gotta wiggle your way around it. You know what I'm talking about? And I was good at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the trenches, man. Anybody from the trenches know you gotta finesse and finagle a situation, man, just to get yourself to that next step. So I say, hey, no problem. I need a letter of recommendation. Okay, so I go in the phone book. This how determined I am. You know what I'm saying? I go in the phone book and I'm looking for a black trucking, like anything with like that sound like a black name. And I go in and I find this trucking company, man. And the first name was Rashad. I'm not gonna say the last name, but Rashad. I say, man, this sounds like a black name right here. So I call this trucking company and I explain to him. I give him a rundown. He say, man, hello, this is Blase hauling. So I say, man, listen, man, I'm trying to change my life, get up off this block, man. And I really run down him the honest truth, man. You feel me? Being transparent. Like, man, I'm trying to get off the block right now. You feel me? And, you know, the only way is this route that I'm taking right now. You feel me? And he say, man, what do you need me to do? I say, listen, bro, you don't have to do anything, man. All I want you to do is second my motion. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I need a letter of recommendation. I say, man, listen, I will go and type up my own letter of recommendation and I will forge a signature and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just to try to get in this school, man. And he say, man, I love your tenacity. I love your fight. Man, go ahead and do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I go do exactly that. I go, I write me up a letter of recommendation. You know what I'm saying? I made it sound real professional, man. I say, hey, this is such and such from such and such trucking company. And you are hired to come to our company, man. Orientation is Monday. Please bring your CDL license. Please bring your document saying that you can work in the United States. You can legally work in the United States, and bring you some steel toe boots. I made it sound real professional, man. And I gave it to my trucking school, which was Roadmaster, man. And they looked over it and they said, okay, this enough. I signed his name and everything. I forged his name and everything, you know what I'm saying? Which I shouldn't be admitted to, but I did. You know what I mean? and it ended up working out in the end for me, man. They accepted my letter of recommendation, and I was off in trucking school. But before I even went to trucking school, I had already obtained my CDL permits, you know what I mean? And once I obtained those permits, you know what I'm saying, I was already studying for my doubles and triples. I was already studying for my tankers, and I was already studying for my hazmat. So I came in the game with all three of those endorsements, so it can heighten my chance of grabbing a job, even though I might have not grabbed the job at the guy, because he wasn't hiring. Trust me, I asked him, like, man, you hiring? You know what I mean? But he wasn't hiring. He only had a limited amount of trucks, and he had drivers covering all those trucks, which I wasn't even mad at. I was just thankful for the fact that he allowed me to utilize his name and get his blessing, you know what I'm saying? So that was enough for me. I figured out the rest, you know what I'm saying? So I was already working for YRC Trucking, which is Yellow Roadway, you know what I'm saying? And they have merged with Conway Trucking. So I was already working there, and the general foreman was already saying, hey, once you get your L's, I'll put you in the truck. Do 6 months on the dock, and I'll put you in the truck. Well, you know me, I can't quite wait that long. You know what I'm saying? Not even that. I get into it with another guy from the union who was mad that I was getting hours, but I was part-time, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you a full-time union worker that's making like $32 an hour, that's been 28 years. Bro, I just started this shit like 2 months ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm only making like $16 an hour, you know what I'm saying? So like, man, it was a real issue with this guy, man, that I was getting over 40 hours a week, man, and I was part-time. And I'm like, bro, all I'm doing is, man, I'm just trying to make ends meet. But he didn't see it like that, man. He was a real butthole, you know what I'm saying, about the situation, you know what I'm saying? And now, you know, I want to curse, but you know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody to get the wrong message from this, and you know, I don't want YouTube tripping. So, you know, that end up happening, man, and I end up I couldn't wait that long anyways, man, you know what I'm saying? I got my CDLs in hand, and I gotta wait another 6 months. I went to moving stuff around, man. I went to beating my feet. You hear me? I went to beating my feet on the street, man. So I went to walking in jobs and stuff like that, man. And ultimately, I ended up finding me a reliable job, which was at the time Dillon Transport. Rest in peace, Dillon Transport. They went out of business, man. Just like violently. They violently went out of business because like they end up firing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not paying them. You know what I'm saying? Returning the trucks. Man, it was crazy. All because of a $1 million lawsuit that they got filed on them. So, you know. But it was a good start-out company. I started out with them running hazmat. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just running different products such as limestone in the pneumatic trailer. Like I say, hazmat, doing sulfur, running sulfur and sulfuric acid in the tanker. And I also did bottom drops, you know what I'm saying, where you unload dry bulk from the bottom of the trailer. So with that being said, man, that was the start of literally everything, man. And I end up taking my talents to the oil field where I got $2,500 a week, and that's another video. I got fired from them, from a company called Nine Energy, because they rather drop me than defend me, man, on a racial issue, man. That's a whole nother video, whole nother story. If you guys want that story, I'll also Y'all tell me in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's ultimately how I got my CDLs. Another way you could get your CDLs is just straight up applying, man. If you feel like your criminal background is good and nothing is going to prevent you on your driving background, you can actually start up with all these bottom feeder companies like Western Express, Werner, Schneider, you know what I'm saying? All those different type of big companies, bottom feeding companies, man. Swift, you know what I'm saying? Which they get a bad rep in the trucking industry, man. And I mean, once you do get in the trucking industry, you're going to see why, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to these different trucking pages, man. Swift is fucking the mascot of these fucking trucking pages. You know, just you can contact them straight up and they will actually subsidize you, man. And they have a program where you can pay you can pay the money back through, you know, basically just working for them, you know what I mean, and taking a pay cut, basically, is what I would call it, because, you know, ain't no freaking way I would have started at that rate, man. Because I remember me trying to go with Western Express, and they was trying to offer me, if I came straight up with them, they were going to offer me 25 cents a mile. Nah, ain't no way, Jose, bro. Ain't no way in the world. Get the freak all the way out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you rather take that pay cut, I mean, it's rather a minimum pay cut, but you'll still average anywhere between $700 to $900 a week. You know what I'm saying? Even 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about on the take home side. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing in trucking right now, man. Trucking has truly evolved since I finished school in 2017. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, from now until then, I mean, trucking has definitely taken a major turn. So those rates might be a little higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on 2017. You know what I'm saying? It's 2023, and those rates has definitely raised. They definitely heard our cry, those brokers, but a lot of people still getting yo-yoed by these brokers, man. You know what I'm saying? They still getting yo-yoed. They still getting man by these brokers, man. And this, I mean, it's a sad thing to have to witness it, but that's the video right there, man. I hope you found this very informational, very helpful, you know what I'm saying? And I hope it takes you to the next level in life, you know what I mean? And for all you people that's saying, you know what I'm saying, I have trafficking, this, that, and the third. I also had a classmate that had a trafficking charge, and he was able to get a job with Trans AM, and he has run up tremendously in the trucking industry, man, and I commend him on it, you know what I mean, man, because it really take your nose to be to the grind and take you to being for real, man, you know what I'm saying, about changing your life, man. Want to take your wife, your kids to the Disney resort, you know what I'm saying, it really change your tax bracket, you know what I'm saying, that ups you, it ups you, you know what I'm saying, in as far as being a valuable individual, man. You know what I'm saying? You're able to contribute in life. You're able to give back. You're able to save. You're able to pay your bills all in one check. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just advocating for the trucking industry, man. This really ups your game, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even for the women, man, I see a lot of black women endeavoring in this career, man. And, you know, it's some pretty ones too, man. I see them out here, man. You hear me? And, you know what I'm saying? If you see me, don't be scared to say something to me. You hear me? I'm always out here in this big green thing. You hear me? You know, it's definitely a 379 peak.